What is up, everybody? To Verse TV here today. Today we're going to talk about a hardcore Sony fanboy. This guy is a complete clown from this post right here. So apparently these guys are just really, I don't know if they're just jealous that this game, the Gunk, isn't on PS5. I don't know what it is. But they are really triggered about this indie game on Xbox. It's Xbox exclusive for right now. I think it's on PC as well. I think it's Xbox console exclusive. But he says, who remembers what the Gunk devs said? They said PS5 was too weak for the Gunk. They said the game was too demanding to run on weak hardware like the PS5. I would never support these clowns, even if they made a game on PS5. Truth is, Ratchet & Clank on PS4 looks way better. Now, this game is an indie game. This isn't a AAA game like Insomniac's Ratchet & Clank, so it's kind of weird they're comparing an indie game to a AAA studio like that. I just don't get it, but it is what it is. This is what he posted. Apparently, it was a headline about the Gunk devs on Xbox exclusivity. We went with the guys with the most powerful hardware. Let's see the next thing he got up. So, apparently, the CEO, Bujan Sirjurgison, I don't know how you say that last name, explained that this is a full-fledged exclusive and the reason was of a technical nature. So, what he has highlighted is that it became obvious that the Gunk would be very hardware demanding. So we got to talk to the guys with the most powerful hardware. We decided to go talk to the guys with the most powerful. Okay, so they went with the Xbox Series S because Xbox Series X is the strongest console on the market right now. Which I don't see what the big deal is. If they said they were going to a PlayStation, I'm pretty sure this dude wouldn't be whining and complaining about it. But it just shows me that they really just want this game on their PS5. To be honest, it's like, well, why go through the effort if you don't want the game? Why even talk about it? But it's obvious that they want this game on their PS5. These compared it to Ratchet & Clank 2016 on the PS4. Okay. It's like, once again, it's a AAA game. and the Gunk still looks better than us, to be honest. But okay. Like, I just don't get these guys. They can only think about Xbox 24/7. And then when you read this guy's bio, it's even more hilarious. I looked at this guy's bio. It's just hilarious. He says PS1, PS2, PS3, PS4, PS5. PC plus own an Xbox too. So he owns an Xbox, but he still trashes Xbox and Xbox exclusives every day. Make that make sense. But he says, but life is too short to play a filler on Game Pass. Use your brain, 3-hour stories, games as a service. Filler is Xbox's future. So we have an Xbox hater that owns an Xbox. Like, I just don't get these guys. And there's a lot of these guys too. It's like they hate Xbox so much they just had to buy one. Like, it don't make any sense. They know the exclusives are great. I don't know why they just can't admit that Xbox got some great exclusives. I just don't know why they can't admit it. They're playing the exclusives, obviously. Like, you got people trash talking Halo Infinite, but they're playing Halo Infinite. So I just don't get these guys. But let's read some of the comments. So I played this recently, and it does not even beat Kenna. Hardware demanded my ass. Kenna ran beautifully on the PS4. It is a little busier than Kenna. Truth is, they said they wanted to make it on the most powerful console. PS5 wasn't mentioned at all. Don't fall for PR speak equals profit. The Gunk, more like the junk. Wow, that's really clever right there. Switching the one letter around and calling it the junk. Okay. The game doesn't even look good, to be honest. I'm 100% sure it can run on the PS5 just fine. Hell, look how good the Demon's Souls remake looks. And yet they shipped an original Xbox One, the weakest last-gen console by any measure. I was so excited for the Gunk, but now I want a refund on Game Pass purchase. It's just bad and not fun. Well, everybody can have their own opinion, but I'm enjoying the game right now. I played a few hours of the game. The game was pretty fun to me. I mean, it's a pretty cool game for an indie game at that too. I don't really rock with the indie games like that, but this is a pretty fun one. So definitely enjoying this one so far. So he says, my guy, that's Ratchet & Clank 2 is a destruction from 2007. So apparently this is a PS3 game. He got a screenshot of it, not even a PS4 one. I don't get why they say that when they still have the developer for the Series S, and that's pretty underpowered. Is it really though? I'm pretty sure the Series S is good value for his money. I'm pretty sure it's doing the job it's supposed to do for $300. Game should be called Junk, LOL. And I'm pretty sure none of these people haven't even played the game, but it's just junk all of a sudden. It's just... And these are probably the same people who be screaming support the developers, support any developers, but they have no problem trashing the game, calling it the junk because it's made by an Xbox studio. Because Xbox exclusive. So Just interesting. In the end, the Xbox was indeed the perfect platform for the junk. They are really good with this whole name and this new name they gave the game. This aged like a Phil Spencer quote. Many have already said it, that this is Ratchet & Clank in time for PS3. But I forgot the dev said this. When you're receiving royalties that's significant from Microsoft, you're inclined to say foolishness. So once again, Microsoft is paying people off. It's like almost every video. It's like the same rhetoric. Because literally, I guess almost every one of these posts, Microsoft is paying people off apparently. LOL, they can keep the junk mediocre at best. Wow. That photo is Ratchet & Clank Tools of Destruction for PS3. Okay. Can't call it hardware demanded when it's on the Xbox One, which is much bigger than the PS5. More like the junk. I wonder how many times you're going to see the junk this game referred to the junk in this video. I'm curious. Comparing this to a Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart is an insult. Salty tears, delicious. Yeah, this guy is super salty. This whole group is just salty fanboys. They're so salty. I don't know why they're so salty. Maybe because it's not on the PS5, or maybe because the dev had a preference for putting their game on the Xbox. Maybe that's the reason why. Of course, it's hardware demanded. It's a poorly coded game full of glitches. I haven't seen any glitches so far, so I don't know what he's talking about with a game full of glitches. Devs hate the PS5 weakness. Good to know. Glad to know I was thinking to buy it and add to my indie collections, but after this, I won't. Look how butthurt they are. Jeez. Okay, so but Dev said they want to work with the PS5 because of the magical SSD they got. Would this guy still complain and say, hey, they shouldn't be saying that? They shouldn't be want to just make it only exclusive to this platform because of SSD? I'm pretty sure they would have a problem with them because they said they want to go with Xbox because it's the best hardware out right now. It's a problem with it. It's just hilarious. Nah, the Gunk looks better. I don't think it would have had a problem running on PS5 though, but it easily looks better than Ratchet & Clank. They wanted to talk to Microsoft because they knew the Gunk was Game Pass fodder. They knew a Microsoft Game Pass payout was the only way they'd turn a profit. Gunk is a mediocre game in every aspect of gaming. Visually, gameplay, and fun. Gunk is an Xbox One, right? So power was not the issue. They are so mad. Jeez. They are so mad and salty. Jeez. This game is bad on its merits alone. They try tapping into Xbox gamers' hate on PlayStation to drive downloads. They didn't realize Xbox gamers are usually too busy watching Netflix. What are these narratives? This is one of the most fanboy dribble nonsense I have ever heard. Like, yeah, what is this? What is this narrative? Apparently, Xbox gamers just watching Netflix now. I just don't get it. It's no different to the same tech that runs for No Man's Sky. I think the big issue is that the devs have only made 2D games before this and have absolutely no idea to do 3D officially. Damn, LO, you got deep in them feelings. Nobody gives a F. Playing it right now, it's a fun game, but not at all demanding. This is clearly just advertising. Advertising for what? I don't get it. It reminds me of Haze. The devs at the time said they prioritized the PS3 because it was stronger, but it was the opposite actually. It ran better on Xbox in a specific case, but Ubisoft forced them onto PlayStation exclusivity. Might be a similar case here where publishers got involved. Ratchet & Clank Future Tools of Destruction 2007 looks better than the junk. These companies be capping their ass off when they're trying to hype up their games. LMAO. If their main goal is to promote the Xbox Series, they are doing it in a silly way. They should hire PR to stop being ridiculed. The Gunk also runs just fine on the Xbox One. For a game they call the junk, they really are kind of peeved, kind of pissed that this game is no PS5. For a game you keep referring to as the junk, they really are mad that it's not on the PS5 though. That's interesting. The copium going on in this comment section. Yeah, there's a lot of copium going on. They're calling the game the junk, saying it's trash, but they're kind of mad that it's not on their preferred platform, though. That's one thing, that's for sure. The skunk, the junk. The Gunk is a great fun game, but so is Ratchet. Maybe considering buying a new keyboard, the one you have now has much sticking keys. Fanboys, they are so funny. Okay, the developer must have been purposely trying to start drama for clickbaits. Kenner Bridges Spirits looks more impressive, to be honest, and that's their first game ever. Nowhere did they say their game would not run on PS5. They said they wanted the dev with the most powerful hardware. This is a reason for this. You don't have to optimize as much if the hardware is more powerful than what your game requires, because you can brute force us. Okay. Luigi's Mansion looks and plays better, lol. You don't support them anyway. You play PlayStation. It's tough when there isn't any new games to play during the holidays, huh? I don't know what this feels like, lol. The Gunk is garbage. It's a No Man's Sky ripoff. Hard pass on that one. It's awful. Even as a Game Pass title, it's a hard pass for me. So I don't care what the devs think about the PS5. Ha ha ha. Jeez. Go cry about it. this whole comment section is a big cry therapy session right here. Oh man, this is just hilarious. Oh well, that dev was full of crap apparently. If he was talking PC exclusivity and making it for 3,000 series cards and high ultra at 120 frames per second, he might have a point. I don't like how you're arguing against something you literally made up and you even unlocked the bit that shows you're lying, LMAO. Yeah. Shows how inadequate developers think, therefore they make inadequate games. So now the game is inadequate now. Wow. I'm pretty sure none of these people have played this game but they have such harsh criticism about this game, but okay. The Gunk makes Rat S looks like a last-gen game. What? Oh, okay, you're talking about Ratchet and Eternal, I guess. Like Ratchet and Clank, I guess. Okay. These devs are clowns. Actual comparison of the Gunk and Ratchet & Clank 2016. Stop using low-res images to push your dumbass narrative. Speak the truth, call these dummies out. These clown instances make the reality of the situation much sweeter. Truth is, though, it's the reason they acted like clowns is because they signed a deal with Microsoft. I'm sure they never actually believed that us, which makes them even more phony. You want to know what the devs are actually phony? The ones who said that only Ratchet Clank can run on the PS5 because of the whole SSD situation. Then it was a big shocker because people thought they was lying because people was just testing on a regular hard drives and the game was still working on it. And the actual developer said that, hey, these games can run on we could run on PS3 as well too. So yeah, good times there. They lied about the Ratchet Clank over the part situation. But yeah, we'll conclude it right here. It is just hilarious how these guys are so butthurt. What just happened? Jeez. I don't know. Did it just close? I don't know what just happened. But we're going to conclude it right here. I don't know what's going on with this. See if I can try to restore it. Yeah, it closed everything. I'm going to conclude it right here, though. It's just hilarious how these guys are so butthurt about this whole situation. But yeah, definitely your thoughts down below. About this. Leave a like if you like this video. As always, thanks for watching, and peace.